Right, hello, and welcome to another video. So I should be at work. I should have been at work like an hour and 20 minutes ago. However, I was allowed to go on call today. My boss asked me if I want to go on call, and I said sure thing. So what I'm doing right now, I'm about to go in. It looks like I started off the day with one appointment on my schedule, and right now I have two. Y'all know I worked the whole weekend, so I haven't had a break. So I wouldn't have been mad if I got nothing, but I did get something. So we're gonna work with that. Right now I'm just eating some lunch. This prevents me from using my tips for food, okay? Pro tip. And I get really hungry. So here's the food that I have. I'm eating beets, some fish my husband brought home. Tastes like fish sticks, he said was cod, and then some pasta. So I'm about to eat my lunch, and then I am gonna head out. All right, it is 2:06 and I'm all done. I was scheduled till 3 today, but since no one booked my last hour, I can go ahead and go. So that's what I'm doing. And it looks like my last client left a cash tip, but I'm actually not gonna go back in and go get it because I gotta go pick up my son. So with all that being said, today's in the books. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, so it's very much after work hours. I went home, as you can see, changed my clothes. And Kendall and I are going to go take a walk, but first I need to stop by the pet store. Like I told you, definitely wasn't prepared to become this dog person. Call myself a dog mom, but wasn't expecting that either. Oh, that's so cute. They have little flower pots on their dashboard. I would like that, can you tell? Anyway, so I'm gonna go to, I went in there, I'm looking for that blueberry facial shampoo for dogs. Yes, I know. But they didn't have it in there, and then the shampoos that they did have, it was giving $20, and I know I can go right back here to Ross Girl and find the same shampoo literally for like $4.99. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we just, hopefully they have, I'm looking for a conditioner and a tearless shampoo. If they just have the tearless, I'll go for that, but I'm not about to sit here and pay $40 for no shampoo. So I did go pick up his food, which I already showed you the food before. Here it is. Then I gave it away. I believe it was like $24 or something like that, girl, for that little bag. But I guess it's better for you to spend money on the food than the vet bills. I don't know. I remember back in the day when dog food bags was like this big and it was $13. Girl, this was so cute, and I kid you not, if I had come in here for this, I would have gotten it. When I actually came to buy him one of these, they didn't have this cuteness here. Isn't this not so cute? This one was way too much. It was here when I bought his beds. It literally feels very squishy. It's a squishmallow, but it's like a bed. And then, like I told you, girl, the prices did not let me down. This was $4.99, and they had this Arm & Hammer one was $3.99, but I went ahead and got the BioSilk because BioSilk is really good for our hair. So I just went ahead and got him this one. So I didn't show you my breakfast, but here's my lunch. I do have to work today, but it's a very slow Tuesday. So instead of waiting there all day and all night, girl, I'm going to go ahead and place myself on call. Remember, on call don't mean off. On call just means I don't have to go and sit in the parking lot or sit in the break room and wait for my appointment. So I just want to make sure I have some lunch. Again, so I don't spend my tips on food. Girl, this was just some little pasta that I just doctored up, put a little spinach in it, put a little red pepper flakes, and a little Parmesan. And I'm going to have it with this sparkling salsa. Girl, so it is, what time is it? 11:58. I know. I haven't even made up my bed. Who you judging? Who you judging, girl? It's 11:58. I have not made up my bed. Like I said, I'm on call. It's my husband. I'm on call. It looks like till 8 o'clock. So what I think what happened was I'm on call the first 3 hours, and then for the rest of the night, if somebody wants to book preferably like they'll tell him this the times I have open. I don't know how it goes, but instead of just sitting here waiting all day, I'm gonna go ahead and take a walk. Now, stop chewing on my blanket. I bathed him yesterday. I didn't show you guys, no, because his bath is, sometimes he don't really like it, okay? He doesn't act all crazy, but you can just tell he don't really like it. And I really don't want to bring him outside because he's all clean. He's all clean, but I don't think it's right to not let him take a walk just because I want him to stay clean. So let me make him my bed, and I'm about to head to the park. Come. Let me see. Dirty paws. Stinky, stinky, dirty paws. Good boy. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. You are alive. Kiddo, stop it. Good boy. Stop being crazy, dog. Stop being crazy, dog. Okay, you're done. Okay, we just got home. I just went ahead and do his little routine. And you know what my husband said? Didn't you just give him a bath yesterday? You took him outside. I said, well, it was my husband that said let him act like a dog. And he said, as opposed to what? And I said, as opposed to being clean like a human. So that was his little touch up, and that should do him. You can go play. We're done. We're done, sir. So I'm still waiting. It's not even time for my shift to start, but it's 2 hours, really an hour before I would need to leave, and my shift hasn't started. My shift hasn't started, girl. I don't have anything on my schedule. So because I did work a lot this weekend, last week in general, and I plan on working a lot this weekend, I'm just gonna do a little self-care. I have had this massage gun for quite some time. I think I paid maybe right at $100 or maybe a little over $100. I got it from Walmart a long time ago, and I haven't seen it since, honestly. It's really cute. It comes in this case. I also use this for my clients. Like this can be like an add-on service for my personal business. Somebody wants really deep work. This is the kind of thing that I use for them, and it's the kind of thing that I use for myself. Okay, so I just finished watching a video, and really the video showed me exactly the same thing that I always do. He used this head though after he finished using this head, so I'm just gonna put this on there and just kind of do a little quick routine. I wouldn't suggest doing this thing too fast or pressing too hard. I did it before where I pressed too hard and really hurt myself. So you just gotta be careful. Like, I'm barely holding this. So I'm gonna do this whole little routine, and then I'm gonna talk to you a little bit when I'm done. So I'm done with this, and it feels a lot better already. I like to just keep on top of that. I'm going to dip my hands in some ice water. I am going to do a video for you guys about body mechanics just a little later, just because it really is very helpful. You can get away with bad body mechanics if you're just doing like one massage every now and then. And I'm saying that because that was me, okay? You're just doing a massage every now and then. Maybe you're just even doing like 1 or 2 a day type of things. You can get away with bad body mechanics. You cannot get away with bad body mechanics if you are doing multiple massages, multiple days a week. You're going to be in pain, okay? If you ever have walked through the halls in the middle of, like, I would call it not shift changing, but like when the client is getting dressed or undressed, you would just see therapists all over the place in the back holding their back, okay? And there's a reason for this. I think this is the video at the beginning of this video, I mentioned like you can't really use your thumbs all that much, but like I said, I'll show you guys that in another video. Some people I found are just more prone to injuries. I mean, we're all really prone to overuse injuries, but some people are more prone to injuries than other people. Another thing is, so my husband is an executive chef, and he used to like teach little chefs to be chefs, okay? So one of the things, I guess someone was having an issue with their hands at work, and he told me this, well, he was telling me the story, and I'm like, oh, that is very helpful for me as well. Basically, what he was telling the lady was, with this hand, so your right hand, whatever hand you're most dominant in, you're less aware of how you use it, because usually it's the arm, it's the hand that you're stronger, so you just kind of treat it anyhow, and therefore you're not really conscious of the mechanics of this hand, and like I said, you just treat it anyhow, and it tends to be the one that gives you the most trouble. My non-dominant hand does not give me really any trouble, not nearly as much trouble as my dominant hand, and I find that is why, because I'm not as conscious as the way I move it. It's just like kind of second nature, unless you're ambidextrous, I believe is the word, where you can use both of them. Maybe that's something different. And of course you're using both of your hands for massage, but one of them you have to pay more attention to. And I have noticed, like on one side of the body, when I'm using like the dominant hand, that I could do less strengthening things with one of the hands, if that makes any sense. But I have just learned to not do those things with my hands in general. And I think I mentioned this to you guys before, and that's that I have learned to not give everybody the same massage. So again, I'm not going to bore you with all that here. We'll talk about that later. Hello girl. So it's 7:47. I am headed to work. I know you see it's nighttime, girl. So this is my first appointment on my on-call shift, and then I'm gonna go, like, I won't be back for a few days. And I really didn't think that I was gonna get anything, so I'm not upset. I'm excited. At least I got one appointment. The only thing was, I was kind of like, you know when you about to get in your bed, I literally warmed up my tea. Girl. I had my pastry, and when I was about to get in my bed, okay, and then I got an appointment. And yeah, they called me and let me know, but I already had my eyes on the schedule, so I saw when it booked. What I didn't know though was that it was an online booking, so someone booked online. So there's that. Oh god, yeah, I'm tired. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, do this one appointment, and then dip on out. Gonna make this quick. Okay, so I'm all done. It's 9:50. I don't know, I looked in the thing and I have 2 tips, so I'm not gonna open them on here like I said, but I don't know if this was from, I know it wasn't from today, so maybe somebody left me 2 tips, like a credit card. Usually the credit card tip, well, you can see it like in the system when the client checks out. And then if they don't leave one, it says like 0. If they leave a cash tip, it usually says 00 and you check at the front. Like I told you the other day, I didn't go into the front and check, but somebody left me 2, so that's a blessing. The gentleman that came in tonight, I would say this, because we'll do, if the Lord allows, I'll do another video, like sit down videos about this. But everybody deserves a good massage. Somebody's paying their hard-earned money for the massage, and the best you can do is the best you can do. You have to think to yourself, this is not like some shoddy place, right? What will compel somebody to book an appointment this late at night? Either they're in pain physically, or they're in pain like emotionally, to where they need a massage to like go to sleep or something like that. In their mind, right? That's what they need. So I always like to keep that in mind, and I don't let, I'm not judgmental about people's size and all that kind of stuff when it comes to giving them good massage. So with all that being said, today was a good massage day. It was one, but it was worth it. He enjoyed his massage and I enjoyed giving it to him. So I'll see y'all later. All right, good morning. So I am about to go to, what's the place called? Not the children's place. You know, the resale shop for kids' clothes. I told you guys this before, especially, girl, these kids be growing quick. My son, I can't necessarily do this for him just because he's very tall and slender and it doesn't really work. But little kids, especially little girls, I resell her clothes. So I just have some items here that I'm going to take to the resale shop and find her. She needs some jeans, so I'm going to see if I can get her like some of the things that she needs and then taking away, excuse me, I'm taking from her stash of stuff that no longer fits. That's really what I have here. Not stuff that she doesn't want, but stuff that simply doesn't fit. Like, I know this hat is really cute, it has a real good resale value, but she can no longer fit it. So things like this. I bought this swimsuit, I think for the summertime, but she won't be able to fit it this summer. And it still has the hanger that it came on. So that's good. I'm just going to put all this stuff. Girl, I got strollers that I need to get rid of. I'm going to put all this stuff in the bag and then go on to take this to the resale shop. So me and your internet cousin, Kendall, just finished. Say your internet cousin. Where I got that from? I don't know. I just made that up. Because I told you we was internet friends, so your internet cousin, your internet dog cousin, okay? What I said? Oh, we just finished taking that walk. It's almost 3 miles. Because I got a movie I want to watch today, and I don't even watch movies. I don't know when the last time I actually watched a movie, but I'm enjoying my off day today because, like I told you, this weekend's gonna be a busy weekend. I just walked him, very long walk, took a very long walk myself. But that was just enough walk. I forgot my watch, so I had to use the Nike Run Club app on my phone. That was just enough walking to get rid of that chocolate croissant that I ate for dinner. Not dinner. Oh, I had it for dinner the other day. Okay, I did eat it for breakfast and it was delicious. It was, in fact, delicious, okay? There's, you know, I ain't even gonna say that because that's doing too much. I ain't gonna tell you that. So I'm at home. I made it back from my walk and I just want to like put this in here so we know how this goes, right? Today's what? Okay, so tomorrow I begin working at the spa, and as of right now I have one appointment on my books. Now this appointment has been on my books since last week, probably like the same time last week. So it's the only appointment that I have on my books as of right now, but it probably won't stay that way. Like I'm 99.9% sure that it won't stay that way. So whenever I see a one appointment or no appointments on the book for the weekend, I don't even bank on not being busy. I already prepare myself to be busy. So like I said, I'm going to continue relaxing, but I did want to give you this update that as of right now, even though I'm off, there has been no other appointments. And then I also want to say that I haven't seen any activity on the apps as well. There's been no activity on, like, you know, the mobile massage apps. And today is Thursday, which it usually starts to pick up like tonight for the weekend. So I'll keep my eyes on that and then I'll update you guys accordingly. All right, I hope you can hear me. I have my, I'll close that until I'm done talking. I have my, can I pause it? There we go. I got my uniform in the dryer and I'm gonna wait to start it so that you can actually hear me, so that I'm preparing for tomorrow. And then inside I have all of my sheets, like my laundry, some of my towels, and then honestly some of my husband's chef coats because it's all white. Now I usually don't do the laundry and we usually don't wait to do the laundry like this, but it's been pretty busy, so I'm just doing the laundry now, which gives me an opportunity to show you how I do it. So this is not the soap that actually goes in here, but it's just liquid soap. I like to put liquid soap in my laundry sheets thingamajigger. I have white sheets, so I don't have to use this, but I do like this product as well. Everything in here is white, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the regular bleach. And I bleach all of my sheets because, like I said, that's the reason for me getting them white. I put a decent amount in there because just random people, right? Oops, sorry. Random people under the sheets, so And then I'm just gonna put some of the regular washing powder that I use for our clothes in there. My sheets, they smell good, they smell fresh, and that's really what I'm going for. I'm not going for heavy perfume scents because some people don't like that. So just wanted to show you how I wash the sheets up. I wanted to make some meat to go with the pasta that I've been having. Now, I've been eating the pasta just by itself, and I'm going to show you how I jazzed it up, but I did want to make some meat with it today. We had nachos for dinner yesterday, which I might have nachos again for dinner today, but I wanted to make some lunch and then give the family another option for dinner. So I just, like I said, threw this chicken together real quick. I ain't making it in a wok today. I wanted to, but I didn't. And then here's the pasta. I put a little oil down. The pasta's already cooked, and it does have like ground meat in it, but girl, just act like I'm not eating meat twice, okay? I had a little bit of spinach left. Obviously, I need to go to the grocery store, but we're trying to use what we have, like eat food from what we have. So I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to add the pasta, add a little lime juice. I put a little, what do you call it? Lemon pepper on there, just a little bit because I like that little lemon flavor. Put the pasta in there, put some red pepper flakes, add a little Parmesan cheese to it. Baby, it was delicious, okay? Delicious, tastes like it was a meal that I just made. I absolutely love this pasta. Of course, the ice machine will start as soon as I'm about to start talking, but I'm gonna talk over it, okay? So I already have one extra thing added to my schedule for tomorrow, and then we just got our first pop-up appointment. I'm gonna try to do this if I'm doing one of these videos just showing you appointments and why I don't take them within reason. I might not be able to do it to all of them, but I want to show you this one. So I was going to take it initially. It's a chair massage event, but it's $150 and the event is 2 hours. Usually when you do chair massage events, they try to get as many people in that amount of time as possible. And honestly, I have to work on this day in particular. And like, I could just do it because it's early in the morning and then just go to work at night. But it would just so happen to be that day my schedule will be really busy. And I found that when I do chair massage, my hands be hurting, okay? It can be very tiring depending on how many people they want you to do. So for that reason, this one I'm gonna go ahead and decline. All right, so it is, my watch is dead. Okay, so it's like almost 3:30 and I have 2 slots left on my schedule. So I knew, like I told you, it was gonna fill up. It has indeed filled up. Okay, but I have been relaxing, enjoying myself. Let me go get these kids, girl. I'm gonna talk to you later. Good morning. Don't say nothing. I literally just woke up. It is almost 7 o'clock, and let me tell you, last night and even this morning, there were so many appointments. I didn't take any for last night because they were all for that night. And it looked to me as they were all male clients. Even if they weren't male clients, I wasn't going anywhere that late at night. This morning, I saw one that was a 90-minute and looks like you could add CBD, like the person requested CBD oil, and you get paid additional for that on this app. Now, if you do it on another one of the apps, you don't get paid no extra for it, but this app you do. So it's been very busy. And like I told you, it usually starts Thursday, later in the day, and then goes on until sometimes Monday, but definitely Sunday. So I feel like this weekend's gonna be a busy weekend. But I already have a full schedule at work. I have one slot open, which it's right after my break, and I guarantee that slot's going to get filled. So I'm not even banking on not being filled. So that's 5 massages today. And 5 is right at my max. I actually had to make sure I got a break in there. I'm going to do 3 before I take a break, which I usually do 2 before I take a break. So what I'm going to do is definitely get there on time / early. Set up my room because I'm the opening shift, and as soon as my person checks in, I'm going to go ahead and take them back. That way it doesn't make me have to rush so much with changing my table in between clients, because we only really get like a good 5 minutes. Okay, so to keep everything on schedule, I'm going to, if the first person shows up early, I'm going to take them early. If they're late, if anybody is late, I'm going to have to adjust their time as if they were late because I have so many like in a row. I think that's all I have to tell you this morning. The schedule for tomorrow, I only got one on the schedule for tomorrow, and I can guarantee it's not going to stay that way either. Here's the breakfast I have. It's the same thing I had the other day. So I made the sausage a little smaller, and then I'm gonna drink this as well. I'm gonna bring the little squeezy energy packets with me just for like, it's not energy, it's electrolyte, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring it with me just for like my lunch because I don't like to have anything heavy. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right, so he's laying here on me. Don't mind him. He's sleeping. So I still have about 10 minutes. Really, I should actually be up and just start getting ready. But I want to tell you this first. That is, if you are a night person, like if you're a person you don't mind taking massages at nighttime for whatever reason, remember I told you it's not that I wouldn't ever take them. I can't say what I would not ever do. There is a massage coming through right now, but it is for 12 o'clock p.m. So I'll already be at work. But let me tell you something. Remember we was talking about coins, making coins, and I'm talking to those of you who are like, how much money can you make in this field, stuff like that. Listen to me. If you are a person who does take night massages, whether it be because you have another job and you're just starting or whatever, there was an appointment last night, and this happens often because it actually happened, excuse me, twice that night. Now, I don't know if this is just for my schedule in particular, but I doubt that it is. Both of these apps I've worked with, one of the apps I work with like extensively, like it's my go-to app. So I'm going to say my rating on the app is pretty good, but one appointment went from $80 all the way to $140 for a 60-minute massage. Remember I told you that you can make if you do four massages in one day on these apps, you can make the same amount of money that you would make the full week in franchise. So, those opportunities do present themselves quite often, especially for weekend nights and things like that, because they realize like going to somebody's home at nighttime is not the way that we all ideally move. So, and if it was at somewhere like, I very rarely see the place that I told you I had like a partnership. I don't usually see it skyrocket like that. One time, no, I've seen it twice where they offered a bonus where I got paid like, I want to say $60 more than the normal pay for the place. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to snatch that up. But I did want to tell you that does happen as well. Okay, let me get up because it's actually 7:21. I need to get dressed. Wake homeboy up. I want to keep him out of bed and just let him like lay and be outside of his room before I have to lock him up. Not lock him up. That sounds so terrible. You know what I mean? He gotta go. He gotta lay down. I wonder if I actually could leave him out, but I really don't trust him. Okay, I don't trust him. You sleepy boy? Here, lay on your bed. Let me go get dressed. Maintain your appearance and then cultivate, because that's really what it is. It's not faking like you're happy. It's not faking like you're excited to be at work. Cultivate a routine that actually allows you to be ready to go in and do this work, because you're encountering people who they're already stressed out. Okay, so whatever it is that you need to do, I read my Bible, I read books, I cultivate, an attitude, a disposition to really be grateful is what it is. And then I take that with me into all the places that I go. I'm doing every massage from a place of gratitude. Like, God, you actually didn't have to bless me with the gift. You didn't have to bless me with the ability in my hands. You didn't have to, you didn't have to make me well enough to even let me go into the environment. So I approach it like that. Lord, I'm grateful for you giving me the ability to gain wealth. I'm grateful for that. And that's something that you cultivate. It's not something that you just fake and put on and take off. They don't happen like that. But these are just some of the little things that I do as far as like my appearance is concerned, because I understand, sorry, that was my alarm. I understand the time we're living in, and I understand where it is that I am. So appearance, I've seen people coming in there with, towels and things on looking all crazy, but it's not us, because it can't be us. Okay, you wouldn't even get the job. They'll go ahead and kick you on out of there. So keep it together. Keep it cute is what they say. So I did that, making sure that your teeth and stuff like that is clean. I flossed my teeth. You guys know I have inside of my belt, I have the little, hold on, let me get it, hold on. I have inside of my belt a few things. One being Listerine tablets. Girl, if your breath is a little tart, just slip one in, okay? Before you go into the massage, you won't be talking in people's face, talking over people's face. which is hot breath. I have a little marker in there, gel pen, and then a sticky note just in case I need to write down something. And then I actually have a hair scrunchie, and I'm actually going to trade that out for these better hair scrunchies, just in case the clients need it. And I have some cough drops as well, just in case my throat gets a little irritated. So that's what I have for my belt. And then I told you I keep my lotions in there as well. I keep my lotions in there, and they provide for us gel. So I use the gel in place of my oil, which is good for me because the oil that I buy is it's too expensive to use for my clients and then use at work too. So yeah, that's something else, is to keep good hygiene like your breath. Of course, put on deodorant. Here's the thing that I don't think I ever mentioned, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell it to you because I feel like there's a lot of ladies watching this. You know how you be sweating, right? There are these really thick panties. They're actually menstrual panties. So they have think about how thick they are, that blood can't just go through it. So it's basically like underwear with a pad inside of it, but it's not thick, it's not bulky, it's not uncomfortable. I like to wear those because it also wicks away sweat, okay? And you just don't want, you're doing a lot of bending, a lot of squatting, okay? Go check that body mechanics video. Doing a lot of bending, doing a lot of squat. Nobody wants you bending and squatting and sweating over their face, okay? So I'm just trying to help you out. Wear comfortable things. Girl, don't wear the tightest bra that you could wear. You want to be comfortable, but you want to also still look professional, okay? You're going to have to find out what that balance is. I do put on lotion. I'll put on my little Bath & Body Works Forever Sweet lotion and body spray as well. I wouldn't wear the heaviest spray. When I mean the heaviest scented spray that I have this Macaron Cloud, which is very a light scent, just sweet light scent, okay? Nothing too, girl, especially the floral heavy scents. They'll make somebody get out the room, okay? So this is just something very light, very sweet. And then I mentioned this one for you guys. It's something new that they have. It's with natural essential oil, so it still already has that kind of spa-like smell. It's not too overbearing. So these are the two that I wore today. And then my jacket, I put glitter on my jacket. I used to put glitter on my shirt, and I probably am going to still put glitter right here on my skin, but I don't want anybody to be off-put by the amount of glitter that I put on. Girl, is she about to get this glitter on me? Okay, so that's it. My alarm already went off, so let me get headed off to work. All right, so I've just arrived. It's 8:26. I want to show you the little active thing that I was telling you about, the little packet. Hold on, get it out of my bag. Here it is. It's active squeeze. I'm probably not going to want to drink it, but I'm actually going to make myself drink it because I do need something else to eat. It's 60 calories per pouch. I also bought my massage gun, like I said, because I have to do 3 in a row. So when I come out here on my break, I'm gonna just go ahead and pound out my forearms. I wanted to say this before I go in because I told you about, your outward appearance, and how I do some of those things. And I also told you about cultivating a spirit of gratitude, because at the end of the day, the Lord doesn't have to allow me to do these things. And while I was driving, I didn't record, of course, because the time that it takes me to drive to and from any appointment, I use that time to worship. I use that time to worship the Lord, because at the end of the day, I don't know in any instance, if it's a spa, if it's at someone's home, I don't know what it is that I'm going into. And when I say that, I don't know what the person actually needs. Now, a lot of people in the field of massage therapy, they consider themselves healers. I do not consider myself a healer. That is outside of, that's a doctrine of demons, if you will. I do know the healer, however, and my Bible tells me that there's only one mediator between God and man, and that is the Lord Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ is the one mediating on the behalf of the other person. It's not me. But there is a bit of cultivating an environment of worship, cultivating an environment where you're actually in tune to, if the Lord does decide to heal someone in the room. I always say that I'm not the healer, but I do know the healer. And if the healer decides to come in this room and heal you of whatever he chooses to heal you of, only you and him know. Well, that's between you and the healer, and that's a blessing to us both. But there is a cultivation of that. So I take the time to worship on my way to wherever it is that I'm going. And the song that I was listening to was it was a song talking about yielding, and one the lyrics goes something like this: to your timing, to your power I yield, to what you're doing, thank you Holy Spirit, to how you're moving I yield. Well, to yield, if you know you read the road signs, to yield means to slow down. To if you're going so fast, if you think about how long your day is, thank you Holy Spirit, you think about how much money you're going to make, you're not necessarily able to yield to what the Father decides to do. Come on, glorify Jesus. Holy Spirit, glorify Jesus in every moment. You choose to heal someone in this room, glorify Jesus. Glorify Jesus. I love that. So it's about to be 8:30, and I'm about to go in just to get my hot towels and stuff set up for the day, because like I said, it's 3 back to back. I don't give the same massage to everybody, right? Remember I told you that. So sometimes I use more hot towels than not. I talked to you guys about like having hard feet. If somebody has hard feet, I'll do a little compressions with the hot towel. You know what I mean? That's a trick, right? Do a little compressions with the hot towel as opposed to using all your hand strength, especially when you have a lot of appointments. I didn't tell you guys this as well, but I went ahead and refreshed my water. I bring my own water. Okay, I bring my own snacks. They do have food for us and things like that, but I don't be doing all that. Okay, so on a side note, let me tell you about this. You remember, so I told you I bring my hand sanitizer with me. I bring it to work as well, and I could very much just slip this in my massage belt, but there's hand sanitizer in all of our rooms. I did not know this thing, it's sung. I literally found that out the other day. I've been having this for a while, since Christmas time, and I did not know it sung. I probably would have left it there. But it was like the last little cute one. I was wondering why it cost more than the other ones, but that's why, because it's my stuff down there. Keep my bag on, and I will see you guys later. All right, girl. 3 massages done, down and done. You can tell my whole what you call it? Not disposition, girl, just your whole energy level. And I mean energy like, oh man, my food is in the thing. I mean energy level like, you know, after you're done working out, how your energy level is depleted. I ain't talking about none of that craziness. But I'm gonna eat some. I can't get this to stay up here. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it right here. I'm gonna eat that little thing, which I left it inside. I wonder if I have one in here. Oh, girl, look at that. Girl, I hope this one ain't bad. It's sour my stomach. I might just eat this one here. And I got some almonds. Whole almonds. It's a good snack. Okay, I got a little something in here. So I might eat these 2 so I can raise my energy levels back up, girl, because 3 people is 3 people. Now, I don't have that spot that was empty. That one spot is still empty, and it's directly after my break. So if I don't get it booked here soon, I only have 1 more, and I am set to go. Somebody comes in my room directly after my shift is done. So if the person's not on time, I'm gonna have to take away from their time, which I did to the last lady because she spent like 8 minutes in the bathroom. And even though I'm on my break and I could have given her the 8 minutes, then she spent 8 minutes in the bathroom, and then she stayed in the room after too. So I don't want to get in the habit of being off time, so I didn't do that. But so far so good, girl. And there's a marathon in the area tomorrow. That means, and this is where I usually this is where I not only live, but this is also where I do a lot of my massages, like mobile massages. So the fact that there is a marathon in the area tomorrow leads me to believe that it's going to be busy this weekend, especially after tomorrow. I do work tomorrow here, but I might still take a few, that means my place gonna be popping, so I might still take a few there as well. We'll see. It depends on how I feel, because I ain't trying to work my fingers to the bone. Okay, so far so good. My first client was very good. Even though I hate talking during massage, I gave her some just some tips as far as like products she could buy. I told her she got some homework she needs to do. My second client, he was a guy, and you could tell he works out a lot, so I didn't stress out my hands. I did fists and forearms, and it's not something that I usually do, but like I told you in the body mechanics video, I have learned the hard way that everybody can't get the same massage. You cannot use your fingers on everybody's body type. You're gonna hurt yourself, okay? And you're gonna be real tired. The last young lady, it's her first time getting a massage, so I lift the table all the way up. Okay, so let me eat my little food, and I'll talk to you later. I'm sitting in my car. I'm on my break watching this here, and the ladies basically talk about code switching. Now, you know about code switching. You know code switching. I'm sorry. My face is, hold on. There. Okay. You know about code switching. She's basically talking about code switching, and the little girl had asked her dad, how come you and mommy, you know, y'all change it up when you're on the phone with people from work? And you know what they're talking about. And the reason why I'm saying it in this video is because I literally mentioned it, like, there's a certain way that you need to, that you have to dress, that you have to behave in certain environments, or they simply just won't hire you behind. And this is kind of how it's just been for us. I want you to know something. These are kind of like things that you do not to get by. We talked about this before. We talked about assimilation. We talked about something that the Lord brought up to me about me being well assimilated. And it's not just me. It's a lot of you. Some of you watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then some of you haven't, you know, you show up real black to everything. And I absolutely love that. But let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be nobody else. Once I'm here, excellent is one thing. I'm trying to be black and excellent. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm working on being black and excellent while I'm here. I'm not trying to tell you to become nobody else. I'm not trying. Do you see my hair flat ironed? I'm not about to see. I know for a fact if I flat iron my hair, I'm gonna be looking like a hot mess trying to sit here and keep straight hair to appease you. So I'm not trying to tell you to be nobody else. I'm trying to tell you to be black and excellent. Let's not get that twisted, okay? I'm not trying to tell you to code switch. I'm not even trying to tell you to not, like, I'm not trying to tell you to be somebody else when clients show up. Who does that? I don't do that. I mentioned one of my first client that it was a good appointment. I usually don't talk, but I gave her some tips. You don't think for a second, I don't think that some of these people, they'll come, they'll ask you questions, and they expect they expect that you don't know too much. Like, but in all honesty, sometimes you have to know a little bit more. Sometimes you got to do a bit more. Sometimes you got to do a bit more research. Sometimes you have to do more to be excellent in these spaces just simply because of the color of your skin. It's sad, but I'm telling you the truth here. So I'm trying to tell you to be who you are in excellence. I'm not trying to tell you to be anybody else. Like I said, and it happens more often than not. You could tell some people are just really tense and they're like, this gonna be my therapist. And then you get into the massage and they're relaxed. I told my husband the other day, I love when that happens. Because the next time you see that you have a black massage therapist, you won't judge. Okay? Or unless you give the person the opportunity to let you formulate your opinion about them and not just based on their appearance. You know what I mean? Okay, I hope you get what I mean. Ooh, all right, girl. We're done. All done. What time is it? It's like right at 3. Homeboy was there. He was like, is your client still in the room? Like, baby, my client in the room. The room is all yours. Okay, my client gone. And really, my last client had a facial. So I really had to be on time because, girl, if they'll talk about you, you're late. You make them late, mess up their schedule, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway. So it was good. That's it, girl. And while I was in there, I missed the appointment for tomorrow morning, a prenatal at the place that I always be going to. But it's okay. Hopefully there'll be something else there. If not, that's okay too. All right, so I'm all done. I'll talk to you later. Hello. It is another day. Okay. It's another day. It's almost 2. Not really. It's 1:46. So I guess that's kind of almost 2, but you know what I mean. My shift does not start until 3. However, there's a race going on, and just so I won't be late, I'm gonna go ahead and head there early. I'm not gonna have access to my room because 9 out of 10 times somebody's already in my room, but I already talked to you guys about that. I almost took an appointment, a mobile massage appointment, right in the middle of my shift because it was empty. And then as soon as I claim the appointment. Somebody booked in that time slot. So I said, you know what? I'm trying to do too much. I'm not even gonna try to do that. I'm not gonna try to do too much, even though it was really close. I'm talking like 5 minutes away. I said, I'm not gonna try to do too much. So I'm not gonna take any mobiles today, even if I have some after I get off from work. We'll leave that for tomorrow. If there's no mobile massage that I can take tomorrow, then I'll go ahead and close out this video. I did get an appointment from a client that I've had before, but I didn't take it because, like I told you guys about the dog hair, because if I do want to take appointments tomorrow, I would have to make like an extra attempt to take loose my table and then clean it like extensively. And when I say clean it, I know I mentioned it in the other video, I mean clean it like actually sit there and pull dog hair out of the table, out of the wagon. It was everywhere. Okay, so I didn't take that appointment. What else did I want to tell you? So I'm kind of like driving. I am driving, not kind of. I'm driving, and I want to tell this to you because I feel the Holy Spirit stirring me in this matter. There was something else in here that I put yesterday, and I was basically talking about, like, I believe the word is code switching, how we have to kind of like behave a certain way going in certain environments. And the Holy Spirit corrected me and told me, do not get you so focused on this is a black people issue or this is a white people issue, because when you have this sort of mindset, when you go into, you know, especially spa settings or mobile massage settings, however, and let's be honest, you having a hard time paying your bills, okay? You're taking these appointments because you're like, this is my coins, you know, the economy is doing what the economy does, bills are still billing, and you begin to look at these people and you begin to get a new meaning of class, right? Some things just don't add up. You're thinking to yourself, well, I can't even afford the groceries, and you're literally on your 5th massage this month. How can it be? And the Lord cautioned me about paying so much attention to this and then missing how he chooses to move in these environments. Because let me tell you something, whether it be a black person issue or a white person issue, an issue is still an issue, and there still are some issues that only the Lord Jesus can fix. Okay, there still are some issues that there's still a level of healing that only the Lord Jesus can provide to you. It don't matter if you're white or if you're black. So don't get so caught up in, you know, stuff like that you lose sight of the bigger picture here. And that's that, you know, Jesus died to save us all, and he can move for us all. He can save any one of us. I know that we do have some issues, and I know we do have a lot that needs to be discussed, and we do have a lot of problems that need to be solved. But guess what? There is a solution to them all, and that solution is Jesus. It's going down. I have another one of these Go-Go Sweets things. Man, the parking lot is dry, which I've had in my snack stash for quite some time, honestly. I mean, since, not the summer of last year. Yeah, like the summer of last year. Girl, does it have an expiration date? 03/05/25. Oh, that's this month. Girl, well, I'm glad I did start drinking them. So I'm just having this for my little color snack. I got a cash tip. I did 2 appointments. One was a teenager. She was very sweet. I like doing teenager appointments, probably because I have a teenager, and I just think it's such a nice luxury to be able to give to your kids, and I could relate to wanting to do that. So I really like that. First massage, you know, I ain't gonna talk about a massage. I got one more left so far. I do have another opening at the bottom. My schedule has not been booked yet, so by the time I go into the massage, if it hasn't been booked, it's probably not gonna be booked, and that means I can go home right after that massage. And I really love that for me, okay? Because I kind of just want to go home and enjoy my family, honestly. I am grateful to be out here making some coins, but enjoying home is not bad at all. So that's what's happening so far. I'll talk to y'all later. I don't know, can you see me? You can see me good enough. I'm done with my shift. I did not book a massage for the last one, and guess what? That was just fine by me. Their lights are very bright. Oh my goodness, that's the only reason you can see me, because their lights are so bright. It was the appointments that I had on the book were good. I had, like I told you, teenage client, my last client, yeah, elderly woman, not really elderly, like she's in her 60s, but she looks really good. And I was I've been telling these ladies that have been coming in, 60, seems like 60 is the age they kind of start to complaining. And I'm like, you look good. You look good. like, just let's stop complaining, okay? I'm going to say it every single time. Let's stop complaining. And no, I don't say it like that, but I do make it my business to make them feel good about themselves. Like, I'm not 60, I'm a young lady, and I'm grateful to see I'm grateful to see a young lady like yourself, aging, and aging beautifully, girl, gives me hope. So don't be making me hopeless by sitting here 60 years old and just, woe is you. You look good. And I make sure every single time I say something, every single time, okay? That's just how it goes. But I wanted to bring this up to you just before we close out this video, because we are going to close out this video today. If I do some more massages tomorrow, I may or may not add in the video. Like I said, I'm not going to vlog every single day. That's just too much work for myself. But I kind of wanted to give you like a realistic week, and I guess this was a realistic week. So one of my clients was telling me that one of her clients, she's a psychotherapist, one of her clients is a massage therapist, and she only told me that after we were talking about working, how many days is too much, how many massages do you do. And I basically told her, I think 5 massages a day is max. Okay, 5 massages a day is a lot. 6 is really pushing it. I personally would not feel comfortable with 6. 4 is perfect for me. I can love my job and do 4 massages a day. I think it's a good day. 3 is good, but 4 is like perfect, okay? You're still making a bit of coin, and it's just not too much. Once you start going to 6 and 7 massages, you're not really enjoying it anymore. You're just doing it for the money because you're in pain. And I told her that, like, I showed her, I said, you see how I'm doing like this with my hands? What she really, really liked. And I said, do you feel the difference between me massaging with my hands like this and massaging with my fist and my forearm? And she said, absolutely. And I said, well, I can only do so many massages with my hand like this. And for some people, I actually can't even use my hand in this way because, it's just too hard to do. And she said, oh, so, doing 8 massages, she was telling me her client said, 8 massages is way too many. How are you doing 8 massages? So no, absolutely not. So I wanted to tell that to you, like, realistically speaking, I want you to know that what's normal. And I know when you first get out of school, the establishments and just places in general, they know that you don't know what's normal, but I'm telling you, it's abnormal, and it's not something that you can do. It's not something that you can have longevity doing that many clients a day. And then you talk about injury. I mean, I had an injury, so I know better. I know what not to do. I know how to keep up on my own maintenance. I know. So I hope that I'm portraying that to you too. Like, there's definitely a level of maintaining. Now, if I wasn't doing all these massages, I wouldn't have to be doing massage guns, and I still would take my walks just because that's something that I like to do. But all the massage gun, all that kind of stuff, that's strictly because I know that I'm using, I'm working my body a lot. Okay, so as always, if you have a question, ask a question, and I'll see you in the next video. And let me tell you what asking a question. If you're gonna ask a question, ask me a question. Like, don't try to play with me, okay? Don't be playing around. We're doing these videos, but don't be playing around. We're not gonna do that. Okay, if you're gonna ask me a question, and then have the common decency if I respond to you. I mean, because you asked me like a legitimate question, to respond back. I think it's a nice thing to do. I think that's a nice thing to do. I actually can't stand when I take the time out of my day to respond to a question that you have and then you don't respond back. That's how you get blocked. So we're not gonna, that's not something that we do over here. We're not doing that. Okay? We're not doing that. Oh, that means we ain't doing it? We ain't doing it, girl. So anyways, as always, if you have a question, ask one, and I'll see you in the next video.